this time, it is my honor to pass things over to the President and CEO of IHSA, Enzo Garritano. Enzo, over to you.
Sorry, folks. Good morning. Technology. I apologize. Good morning. Thank you, Don, and thank you, Danielle. Appreciate the opportunity to be here again with you and open up yet again another conference. And this, your 30th anniversary. It's fantastic. If you just give me a half a second here as I get myself back onto things here. As we begin the event, though, I do want to start by acknowledging that our head office at 21 Voyageur Court South in Toronto is on Aboriginal land that has been inhabited by Indigenous peoples from the beginning. In particular, we acknowledge the traditional unceded territory of the Wendat, the Anishinaabe, Haudenosaunee, Métis, and Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation people. We recognize and deeply appreciate their historic connection to this place. I would also like again to recognize yesterday, September 30th, as the National Day of Truth and Reconciliation in honor of all the children who survived the residential schools and remember those that did not. Please take the time to review the Truth and Reconciliation recommendations. There's a number of recommendations that all of us as employers, workers, and Ontario residents can do to support reconciliation. So thanks again. And again, congratulations on the 30th anniversary of the Fleet Safety Council conference. It's fantastic. It's great that we can still do this in the virtual version if we can't do it in person, and we are looking forward to next year's hopefully in-person conference. IHSA is a proud supporter of this conference and the Fleet Safety Council overall. I've been privileged again to open this conference for the last number of years, and IHSA is proud to be a platinum sponsor again this year. Again, we're looking forward to next year and continuing our relationship with you both at the conference level and at Fleet Safety Council. Again, a big thanks and shout out to the Fleet Safety Council Conference Committee and the Joint Executive Committee for all your efforts again this year. Another challenging year, but again, a successful year in moving us forward. You put together a fantastic roster here today, great speakers, and the panel going to be addressing a lot of things that have been really top of mind over the last year. A lot of them being amplified by the result of the pandemic, of course, things specific to mental health, resilience, and of course, cybersecurity, just as we're trying to get out of and be viable as businesses, others are trying to break in. So again, very topical issues that we should all be aware of. And, you know, on the cybersecurity issue, IHSA a few years ago had to suffer one of those, and it's not fun for those who have. So again, very topical and very important issues to address in this education conference. I want to acknowledge, of course, the efforts of our staff as well at IHSA, including the leadership of Michelle Roberts, Charlie Charalambous, George Iacono, and Ariel White. You've done a lot of work and behind the scenes, and you're active participants on the committees. And again, appreciate your efforts in getting this day together and successful as it is. If I can, I'd like to take a few moments also to highlight some of the work and accomplishments and achievements that not only IHSA has executed in this past year, but what we've done with you, our sector, because we can't do it without you. And it's really important that our transportation safety initiatives or services strategy moves forward with your assistance as we move it forward. So I've been saying this for a few years that IHSA is refocusing our efforts on the sector. And again, with the leadership of Michelle and our entire team, along with you, the stakeholders, we made a lot of progress, and the momentum is picking up in this past year, and it's going to continue in the coming years. We continue to foster many relationships across the industry, including truck training schools, insurance providers, enforcement parties, both on the federal and the provincial side with the MTO, and supporting MTO's commercial motor vehicle safety strategy. We know in the last year, there's been a lot of work with regards to COVID and keeping everyone safe, workers, drivers, everyone associated with the logistics that this industry and sector deals with. And we continue to update those guidelines, YouTube videos, stickers, and products, things that you need, hopefully, and utilize in your workplace in order to minimize those risks and ensure that the exposures to COVID are reduced, if not eliminated, hopefully eliminated. On the other side of more traditional risks, of course, we did a lot of work together with you, the sector, in a root cause workshop and identified driver fatigue as a major issue in the industry. And with the help and in partnership with the Ministry of Labor and Training and Skills Development, there's a lot of prevention resources were created over the last year and a half in regards to the driver fatigue toolkit, promotional material that we put into publications and social media. As I mentioned, one of the big things that's come up in the recent years, but again, amplified through COVID, has been areas around mental health and wellness. And IHSA has recognized that need. We, admittedly have not been very strong on the side of mental health and wellness, but we're trying to turn that page as well and move forward with resources and internal resources. And we hired Kathy Martin, who's a mental health and wellness specialist, and she's going to be assisting us both internally and with the sectors to focus on the creation of mental health education products and services. To start with, we've got some new resources on mental health, including a safety talk in the upcoming Health and Safety magazine. So please look out for that. In May of this year, we worked with MTO, Community Safety Initiative, targeting sharing the roads with large trucks. We did some podcasts, social media campaigns, and toolkits with resources in them. And speaking of podcasts, we hope that you've now grasped onto our new IHSA Safety Podcast website at www.ihsasafetypodcast.ca. And it's a new format that we've wanted to take some key information, tips in short 10 to 15 minute sessions that can be accessible really anytime, whether you're on the road or otherwise. And the first three were focused on sharing the road with trucks back in the spring. And we featured a conversation with OPP Sergeant Carrie Schmidt. And again, big thanks to Carrie for assisting us in the launch of our podcasts. So you can subscribe to the podcast through a number of channels. And to see what we're coming out with next, we're adding new podcasts regularly. So please get onto that, because it's a valuable piece that cuts across all the sectors we serve. And we're always looking for new ideas. So please don't be shy about that as well. Again, as part of the campaign for sharing the road safely with large trucks, we produced, again, big social media campaigns, including those safety talks and on-demand webinars and tip sheets. Again, access them through the website, utilize them as most you can, because again, it's there for you and it's been developed with you. So that's an important piece to also bring forward, that these things are resources that pertain exactly to your work. In January, we also hosted a virtual workshop on yard safety. Again, this was identified as a major priority. We had representation. Again, thank you from all those companies that did contribute on that from the industry and subject matter experts. We're in the process of putting together new materials to support this initiative, including the top 10 root causes of yard safety, which again is available in your virtual swag bag. Done a lot of consultation as well and worked with the MTO, including entry-level training and other initiatives around licensing, CVOR, certified driver instructor requirements. And again, working with MTO and MTCU in regards to interministerial efforts to inspect, audit, and oversight of truck training schools, as well as address issues within the Auditor General report. We're proud to say that we've had a number of programs launched this year, again, Preventing Falls in Transportation, another e-learning program, amongst many other e-learning programs that we've now posted on our portal. Please access those at your time and leisure, because they are available there 24 hours a day. Again, we're proud that MTO has approved our driver certification program, as well as our fleets recertification programs. New things that we're continuing to work on, and we'll continue to move forward and bring forward our CVOR and facility audit overview, driver mental health wellness, again, e-learning program, in-vehicle coaching and assessment solutions, as well as road safety solutions on-demand webinar series will be added to. So again, I want to take a moment, again, thanks to the conference committee. Again, an awesome day today you've put together, and the Joint Executive Committee for, again, continuing the dialogue and continuing to support the councils overall across the province. So lastly, in closing, I want to again extend a personal thank you to the industry itself, to you, the industry, for all your efforts, not only in this year, and I think again, this year is really amplified that we can't do anything without you, whether it's the food industry, manufacturing, construction, retail, whatever it is, nothing happens without transportation. So again, a huge thank you to you all for your efforts over this very trying time and to continue to move forward with very, very high professionalism that continues to be demonstrated through this sector. I'm going to say you deserve a huge round of applause. We'll do one virtually, but again, thank you and enjoy the conference today. It's a great lineup, and we hope you get a lot out of it.